Oh, it's so gorgeous outside. Oh, I have to be outside. I recorded this video inside, but I just can't be inside. Let me just show you where I am here. It's so gorgeous. I'm on my doggy walk. There's Miss Emily. I think you can see her over there. Mr. Charlie's down there. Here we are in the beauty that is this weather. And I want to talk about something that is important to go over, and that is understanding our defenses. Understanding that amidst these heated times, when we have more solar energy, when we've got more expansion, more heat, more evolution happening really, really quickly, how is it that we navigate when our defenses come up? And I was working with a couple yesterday, and I've been working with this guy for a long time, and he first came to me and he had been going through this series of relationships where he kept dating these women who would abandon him. He'd get really intimate, and he was kind of redoing some old parental and some childhood stuff. Anyway, we worked on that, got into a really great place of confidence and self-assurance, knowing that he deserved, and so he attracts this amazing woman about a year ago. She's wonderful. They're having a really, really, really good time. Things are smoothly sailing until this week, right? And that's kind of what the energy is lately. Just so you know, you're not alone. I want you to know that, because that's what I hear a lot right now, is people just being like, it's still really hard. I'm still, like, it's not as hard as last summer, but it's intense right now. And it's for a good reason. And if you feel like you're just kind of working all the time and not moving anywhere, and you're just exhausted and you have to keep going, keep going. You're making progress, I promise. And this is all going to benefit you. It's benefiting you now, but it's really going to benefit you as we keep going. Okay, so they're in this relationship. Everything's going great till last week. And all of a sudden, she's like, I need space. You know, I need more freedom in this relationship. And he's like, whoa, right? Like, so his abandonment stuff get triggered. Her stuff, she formerly was in a marriage where she was very, very trapped, very, very isolated. And anyway, so she's kind of working through her defense triggers, right? So he gets triggered, I don't want to be left. She gets triggered, I feel like I need my freedom, right? And so what we go through are two very powerful steps, which are really important for us to do whenever our defenses get triggered. And probably right now, your defenses are getting triggered. Probably. They just are. A little bit more than normal. Remember that there are other realities where this isn't so intense, okay? But you actually wanted this. You actually crave this. I know that sounds crazy, but if you can feel into that vibration, that you're attracted to this video because it's the reminding of, wait a minute, this is why I showed up. This is my curriculum right now. This is why I'm here. Let me keep going, get a little boost of goodness. That's my intention. Okay, so we go over two things. One, first step, is we just let them be in the defense. Let it be okay, because that's what I see a lot of. I see a lot of suffering where people are like, are you kidding me? Like, this again? Well, however old you are, right? Look at that, and look at all the many times that defense mechanism actually got you to a better place, right? It brought you to something that was better than before, maybe saved your butt. And so all these years, it's been programmed in you, and there's a reason it's still there. Now, it's gonna move. It will. That's part of evolution. You don't have to worry about that. But in the first step, you just gotta be okay with it. And even if you're not okay with not being okay, see if you can be okay with not being okay. So in the first step, what we worked with them is just letting them be where they're at, right? She needs more freedom. He needs to know she's not gonna be sleeping with other guys, right? Like, all of these are very reasonable needs, and we just had them, you know, for a few days, I just had them continue to just keep expressing what they need. Like, I need this and I need that. And from the beginning, right, it came from very triggered places, right? Like, I need this, and, you know, I don't know if this is going to work, and, right? Like, that's what happens, because what happens in that first stage, this is why it's so important just to let yourself be in it, is that we are going to feel like the world is falling apart. That's what's going to happen, because whether it was long ago or it's actually in this moment, things are falling apart. The old way of being is falling apart, and there's a new way emerging. And so that's happening all the time, but right now in an accelerated way. So in that first stage, you gotta be with it. You just gotta breathe and get yourself through it. And I know that sounds super simple, but you and I both know that's not really necessarily easy. And that first stage, we just want to kind of get through it. The second is that you really just want to take some time and space with this. You just want to give yourself permission to let yourself be really, really okay with the space that is needed to let the defenses come down. Because that's a reactive moment, right? It's like if you have a ball coming at your face and you're like hitting it, and I'm sitting here now telling you, let's just be okay with, you know, the hit, and over time you won't need to hit the ball instantly, right? We're working with some very powerfully wired mechanisms. And so in that second step, you got to give space. Things that help give space are touch. You can move into a big hug, or making love to yourself or your partner, or getting a massage or acupuncture, right? These are things that pull the neurology into a more balanced, relaxed place. It gets a little easier. What also is important is breathing, and just in that space, creating more air, creating more oxygen. That is so, 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 so helpful in letting us navigate, right? Navigate this. And I think one of the biggest things, again, I'm just going to say it again, is letting yourself know you're not alone. Letting yourself know that every single human on this planet has got defense mechanisms, and they've got things that come up, that you move out of body and your animal primal state steps in and you are defending, right? You're not alone. And the more and more gentleness and kindness and awareness you bring around this, the more these times get a little bit easier to navigate, because you start befriending the part of you that is defending. And you start understanding the need to take care of yourself, and you show up for that little version of yourself as best as you can, which is a process of learning, trying to figure out how is it that we show up for that little part of ourselves that's like, hey, I need you right now. It's an ongoing art form. But we take the time and the energy to go, okay, alrighty, what do you need? I'm here. You're safe. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. If you can get that little mantra going for yourself in these times of triggers, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna move a lot more quickly. You're gonna get back into a grounded state. And if you can do what I'm doing right now, which is bare feet on the earth, man, that is the best. It is the absolute best. Because then you give yourself time, because the neurology has reacted, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm under attack. And so you gotta just give it some time and space for it to even out and restabilize and rebalance itself. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm just moved to say you're not alone. Every human on this planet right now is working through very similar things in one way or another. So please share this video. Let's get this love out there. Give someone a hug today. Give yourself a hug. And let's just keep moving forward and getting this love out there. JosephineWilkins.com. Go check it out. Become a club member. We have so many amazing people in this group. I love each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. Buy my book, Love Beings, on Amazon.com. It makes an amazing birthday or Christmas present. Yeah. Have a glorious day. Bye-bye.